You are watching UCU Focus TV.
This semester began on the 31st of last month and goes all the way till the 15th of December, about 120 days for the UCU students to tarry with their books. The Media Link and the entire newsroom at UCU Focus TV welcomes you to the Advent semester. And of course, we do welcome you to our first ever edition of the Media Link News Bulletin this semester. First, let's get to the headlines. 25th Guild Government kicks into the Advent semester with the Guild Bazaar. Assessing the 25th Guild Government's priorities ahead of their final showdown this semester.
Then we shall also have the Guild Run.
A warm welcome to this English Media Link News Bulletin. My name is Okurut. In our top story today, the 25th Guild Government is still in the business of redefining impact. This after the government commenced this semester with the Guild Bazaar. The Bazaar is an initiative that allows students access hostel merchandise within the premises of the university. Vanita Navapula starts us off this evening.
The Advent semester commenced with the Bazaar organized by the Ministry of Internal Affairs under the 25th Guild Government. With a variety of goods at discount prices, the UCU community can shop for different items at the Guild Square, such as clothes, gas, stationery, toiletries, grub, among others. The Guild Bazaar commenced on September 1st and has been ongoing for the last 2 weeks. It has so far attracted not only students but UCU staff as well. It has been a space to shop, network, and explore various opportunities in our vicinity. Owen Muhahura, a Guild official, shared the aims.
The main reason as to why we have this bazaar, we usually use it to bring things closer to students. In most cases, you see everything that we have brought here. These are necessities, things that students want to buy. So we save them the burden of having to go to Mukono Market or Kampala to buy these things. That's why we bring everything here. Then we also look at every single shilling we collect from here. We use it to top up on the different guild projects that we usually have. So it also helps. And it also helps us to build partnerships with these different people that come here, just in case we need them for other guild projects to see how we can support the students.
We reached out to a few students that shared their experience at the Guild Bazaar.
This initiative actually gives ground for people to showcase their products. It actually helps people to bring products closer to students. And for example, these are very affordable products, so it enables students to access affordable products which they may not be able to access outside there. These are very nice pants. These are very affordable shirts. He has a variety of things. So once a student comes and sees what he has to showcase, these are very, very affordable things. There's no need for one to go to other places to buy more expensive things.
I'm from far away. Some of us who have never been in Mukono, for simple terms, this bazaar has helped us to access the things we did not have. You know, there are some things that someone is not going to feel comfortable getting from outside school. There are some things that we might not access from outside school. But then, this bazaar has helped us bring these things here. For example, we have scented candles here. We have necklaces, we have jewelry, we have earrings, we have everything.
Vanita Nabakula, reporting for Media Link News.
Moving on, the 25th Guild Government is headed for their final showdown this semester, with another guild election due to take place during the course of the semester. We assessed their priorities for this semester, and this is what they had to say.
We can plan a lot of things, broader things, but without your involvement.
As the Advent semester kicks on, the leaders of the 25th Guild Government at Uganda Christian University are headed for their final up in office, with elections due to be held later this semester. we caught up with Constance Chuma, the Minister of Information in the Guild, to lean us into the government's priorities ahead of their final term.
For this semester as the Guild, we have the Guild Bazaar that has been going on since the start of September, which was on 1st, and it's going on till the 16th of this month. We shall also have the Constitution and Justice Week, where the Guild Constitution will likely be amended, among other things. Then in the due course of the semester, we shall also have the Guild Run. The importance of the Guild Run is to help our fellow students who might not be able to raise the full amount of tuition, and we would like to encourage every student or the well-wishers of Uganda Christian University to join us in this due course. The kit will be at 15,000 for the students. Then for the non-students at only 20,000, you can contact the Office of the Prime Minister. The main event for the semester is the election period, where we shall have the transfer of power from the 25th Guild Government to the 26th Guild Government. And the Electoral Commission will give us an update on that very soon.
Most notably, the Guild Bazaar, the Guild Run, and the electoral processes are top tier on the government's business. Fred Burondwa, the Vice President Emeritus of the Law Society at Uganda Christian University, and Sharon Mukisa, a legal scholar, made sense of the government's plans for the students.
So for me, largely, what stands out, one is the Guild Bazaar. I would credit the government for that. It's getting a little better from the previous governments we've been having. But for me, what I want to credit is allowing students who are making things to come and exhibit them and sell them to fellow students. Personally, this tie I'm holding was bought from the students that are selling the things here. The people that are showcasing products down there are largely us students. So for me, it's a credit that there are people who are entrepreneurs. If only you could give them a platform, they can make what they study in class really viable and true to society. So that is one. The second plus is with the Guild Run. Largely, as we go forward, the biggest problem is really about our health. I agree that the goal is to raise money, but the biggest goal I'm seeing here is for us to have exercising human beings. So if we could always have those runs here and there. But again, when we come to the element of school tuition, which is being raised as an element in the Guild Run, for me it adds up, because the biggest problem we have here, as all being here, is a good number of students that can access really enough tuition to move forward. Some of our friends can't even pay up to even sit papers.
I've been at the bazaar, which I think was happening for like 2 weeks. But then I found that most of, yes, the items are there, the materials are there, but then most of these materials are overly priced. So it will be challenging for a campus student. Remember, she's given tuition. Tuition is, a little bit high, and then she has hostel fee, and then there is, buying these small commodities. So if we're having a bazaar, expect something to be a little cheap, something I can afford. But then we understand this part coming from far, but could we get vendors that are within Mukono? Because within Mukono there is a Mukono market, there are Mukono supermarkets, there are so many other, wherever you can get vendors from.
No, for me, and I will say it clearly, largely what I want to credit this government for, they are doing small things, but these small things are sitting down and they are impacting the student. You see, it is good to think big, but when you forget the student, then there's a problem. For me, I want to credit this government. They have tried as much as possible to get down to the normal student, to include students, for example, in a faculty game. Students, that's what matters to them. You will see a good number of students show up for these activities. So for me, I'll keep saying this. I credit this government. I have seen it. I've seen a few governments, and I'm crediting this for that. This government has tried to get down to the students. They are really doing good stuff.
So what has been missed out, we're looking at the hostel fee right now, the hall fee right now. It sort of went up. So a lot of people are discouraged to go back to halls. So we're hoping that the Guild government, the people that we chose, remember there are RAs in there, we have MPs, residents, such people could step up for us and do something about it. And also theft. So there is a lot of theft. Halls, bag areas where we put our bags in the library. So if we could have cameras in those spots, that would really help a lot. It is something we've been advocating for. I hope people hear our voices.
It's often said that the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. the Guild government is set to pick up their strides and move on to deliver quality leadership in these, their final stunts. Marvin, Twiinawe, reporting for Media Link News.
The Advent semester returns with a number of new students who have reported to the various courses within their first year. We caught up with a few of them to find out their expectations and aspirations during their course of study here at UCU. We have those details.
As the Advent semester kicks on, the university has welcomed a new group of first-year students across different courses that have come to build their career with an experience in the Center of Excellence. We caught up with a few of them to assess their experiences and expectations in the university.
So far the school is good, the environment is good. Like what I've liked about the school, it's the environment, it's so clean, everything is just perfect to my view. I think I want to become a journalist, a good one. Yeah.
I got to know about UCU through a family friend named Isaac. He was pursuing the same course and he graduated last year. My experience at UCU hasn't been bad. I found UCU a very welcoming university. It has the best lecturers around, and I believe we're going to graduate with our bachelor's degrees.
When I first came for my admission forms, it was really a wonderful experience that I found things here as higher to my expectation, because when I reached in the environment was very cool and normal, and I was surprised to find people very hospitable than I even expected.
Dismas Twiinawe, the Minister of Information in the 25th Guild government, gave in welcome remarks to the new citing that the university can provide a conducive learning environment for the students.
Our dearest new students, you are highly welcome within the Center of Excellence in the heart of Africa. This is my third year in this very institution, and when I say this without any shroud of doubt. The university has a couple of facilities and amenities that are here to aid you to have a very invaluable time at this Center of Excellence. We have a very storied library. We have a workable internet which has a bandwidth that almost covers the entirety of the institution. And since our most ardent and primary goal of our being here is to foster our career growth in the different career pursuits of our choice, then I believe this is a very strategic place for us to be. I doubt whether it's a coincidence or an accident for you to be here. I believe it's the Lord's calling for you to be here, and while we are at it, let's make sure that we use all the different facilities to our advantage, make sure that we aid our growth, make sure that we aid our abilities and increase our certain levels of skill set, so that as we're going out there, as we are living life in the different dimensions and horizons of this world, we are at our best, having been prepared by the best.
Pamela Nabwe, reporting for Media Link News.
That story will now take us into a short break, but when we return, we'll be looking at the success of the Canons, who took a day out at YMC and picked up some good results. Just stay with us.
Hello guys, welcome to yet another episode.
Sports Focus is what you're watching.
Local, national and international. I'm joined by Ainom Gisha Michael, a global podcaster.
It's a win for the Ghanaian football and the African football.
A sports content creator.
It's just a subject of clubs agreeing.
And hopefully we'll have an interesting final.
You're still watching the Sports Focus.
You're still watching the Sports Focus on UCU Focus TV.
Can you imagine I'm going to the university? Hey, I can't wait to experience the freedom that comes with campus life.
When you're going to Apuze, I want to marry her.
So you've given up on that dream already?
It is the only person that could possibly understand my pain.
Joke about anything else, but not one of my sisters.
Who is giving me excuses? Let's go!
At least we still try to look like the guys who are doing it.
You are watching UCU Focus TV.
Welcome back from that short break. Now, Nevo Revikant was quoted to have said, "A fit body, a sound mind, and a heart full of love cannot be bought." Charles Mitty, aka Uncle Mitty, a business student in the university, delves into some of those truths by bringing us a few tips on health. This is Health Focus.
Hey, are you looking to get fit? Are you looking to gain weight, lose some, get fit, or just simply learn a new sport? The UCU Fitness Club is here for you. We are a group of students looking to foster health and fitness around the university. We understand that we are all challenged in so many different ways, in so many different aspects, spiritually, physically, mentally. Our club is here to enable you use your best to achieve the greatest you can be. And we have a variety of activities that can guide you either physically or mentally and as well spiritually. All these activities are meant to be participated in with a group of students, so eventually we are fostering a social kind of culture where we are all connected to one another and pursuing common goals. We have activities like hiking, where we go up Ankara Hill with a group of students, share stories, share testimonies. It is a very nice activity to look out for. We have aerobics, where we meet to dance. We have so many different dance engagements, things like Zumba, things like Salsa, things like Amapiano, which I know most of us would like to engage in. So find us throughout the week. Our timetables are pinned up on different notice boards. Just look out for that particular activity you hope shall enhance your health. And we don't stop at only this. We also have, we offer you fruits at your convenience. We have fruit packs at only 2,000 shillings. You can get a fruit pack of jackfruit, pineapple, watermelon, all assorted fruits. And if you're on campus, you can find it at Quedlof restaurant. But basically, we would like to see you come and join our activities. They are entirely free. We do not charge a penny. You will just feel the maze of participating or pursuing a common goal with your fellow colleagues, with the entire community, sometimes joined by staff, administration. So we're looking out to have you, and we'll be happy.
In our final story, the mighty UCU Cannons were on the verge of being relegated, but averted that scare by a valiant performance down at YMCA. The entire guild government, together with a few other students, was out to watch the game at the YMCA buildings, and Dismas Twiinawe, our reporter, brings us that story.
So before we left, the situation was very tense. There was a great sense of uncertainty among us, the people, and a noticeable shroud of concern among us, the fanfare, most particular of which were the officials of the 25th Guild government that were geared up to go and support their team. The men's game followed suit, but faced with a relegation scare, the stakes were up and high. It was indeed a win or drop for the UCU Cannons. Win and let them fly to the playoffs of the league. Lose and their 17-year-old stay in the country's top-flight basketball league would come to a crashing end in an apocalyptic conclusion. But the Cannons would not give in, and after an impressive game of play, they defeated the KCCA Panthers by 79 to 69 points, leaving a wide margin of 10 points. And with this win registered, the Cannons do not only avoid relegation, but are now in the 6th spot of the table standings of the National Basketball League, and will await to play the Powers this Saturday in their first playoff game. Dismas Twiinawe, Media Link News.
Many thanks for keeping us company right from the time we started until now. Your presence with us is highly appreciated. We've come to the end of this bulletin, but do keep tabs with us on our YouTube channel at UCU Focus TV and follow our various programs like the Hot Seat, Focus Sports, the Focus Personality, and Campus Vibe that will be making their ways to your devices in the coming weeks. And of course, do head right to X and share your messages with us and use the hashtag MediaLinkNews, which is the name of our bulletin, and My First Year, a film by Brian Kawogoza that's due to be premiered on the 29th of this month. Otherwise, have yourselves a lovely weekend. Bye.
You are watching UCU Focus TV.